All right, so let's continue. In Cursor, I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller there and make this one a little bit bigger. You'll see that you can see the file system, right? You can see the file system here. That's all your files. It's on your hard drive. And you can think of this as your main repository on your computer. It's your local program on your computer. You have a search functionality here to search for things, but what I want to show you is this little button here, which is your Git button. So you can say initialize repository, meaning it will install, or although Git is already installed, it will now have Git also start monitoring these files for you. You can simply say initialize repository, or you can even go here and you can say git init, because you already are in the right directory, right? So you can say that if you want, git init, and hit enter and it will do it for you, or you can just say initialize repository. Now, because Git is in the path, because Git is installed, from now on all projects you will do will be as easy as just simply clicking on initialize commit on each of your projects. So here you have it. This is all the files that we have, and this is actually all the files because we've never committed anything yet. So everything really is brand new. And you can see some of the files are U for an update state. And you can do all kinds of things. For instance, stage this changes. So if I click on stage, that little plus, it will mean this file is ready to be committed. All right. And I can click them all and it will all be ready to be committed. Or by default, what happens is Cursor will stage your files automatically and then commit them. So when you say commit, it will take files if it's staged or not and make a snapshot. Now, to understand staging, it's really just a step between coding and committing. So what happens is if you stage something, you tell Git that these are the files you want to commit, because you not necessarily want to commit all files. All right. When you do coding, you most probably want to always commit all files if they are staged or not. So staging is just the process where you take all your files that you want to commit and mark them mark them as staged so they can be committed. Cursor helps to make it easier by, even if the files is not committed or staged, that it will commit them anyway. But yeah, you can see there I have staged files and changed files, and I can continue staging more files and so forth. But ideally, all you need to do is just hit command. You can go back into Cursor settings and say don't automatically stage files. I will decide what files needs to be staged, and of course then only those files that was marked to be committed, in other words staged, will be staged. Now always it is not if you want to or not, it's compulsory. You need to say what you need to give a comment, and the comment will always be something like what changed, what were you working on, and things like that, because else you have a commit and you don't know what you actually committed, especially if you have many files. Now if you see this little type of icon, you can use AI to generate that for you. So I click on it, and it will now stage those two files only by the look of it. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh, okay, it wants my username and user email in Git. We haven't set that up yet. So let's do that. I need to add my name and email to Git for it to work. Can you help me do that? The name to use is kin, and the email to use is kin@rebelglitch.com. All right, so I can go on the command line and I can ask, how do I add my username and then the email address and so forth. But I'm just going to let Cursor do it for me. So you can see what the command that I needed to use would have been git config -- global username kin, and then git config global user email kin@rebelglitch. So I'll just get Cursor to do it for me, right? All right, so let's try the commit again. Commit. And the two files I committed or stage is gone. No staging files. Let me run the auto generation again. I'll say commit, and it says there are no staged changes to commit. Would you like to stage all your changes and commit them directly? Yes. All right, and it's committed. And here you can see what we have done, how the commit works, and so forth. Right, so there you have it. It's done. It's working. And you can now, from now on, have a more peaceful sleep, that in case you do mess up something, that you can always just go back and restore the changes. Right, so Git is very nice, but the next thing that it does want to know is, do I want to publish? All right, so what does publish mean? Publish means it will want to go to GitHub, which is your Git repository that is hosted on the internet by GitHub. So if you say yes, in this case we first have to set it up, and we'll set it up in a minute, well, in the next video. It will take all, what it will first do is just copy everything over that you committed, and we did 2 commits, so it will take all those files and send it to your GitHub automatically. Now if I say automatically, you can immediately think API call, so there'll be an API key or a login of some sort to do that. And that's what we're going to set up in the next video. And then straight after that, we're going to go to Netlify and connect GitHub to Netlify. So every time you say sync, because that's what we do, is sync what we have locally to GitHub, it will also send it to Netlify, and Netlify will make it active for you on the internet for anybody to use. So I think that's it for now. What we've done is we've got Git installed. We've got we made sure Git is working. Git is also working straight from Cursor now, and we could have done our first 2 commits. You also saw that there's something called staging, but even if you don't stage things, Cursor can well, what Cursor will do is it's not just committing stuff. It will just quickly stage everything for you by marking those files as that it is staged. It happens in milliseconds. You might see your screen just giving a quick flash, and then it will do the commit. So it just stages everything for you, so you don't have to do it, except if there's times that you want to really just send over one file. You stage that one file and it will only commit that one file for you. So that's it for this video. I hope you're keeping track. I hope you're doing this with me, because if you try to remember this all, you know what, you just do, you know, as I do it, pause the video, finalize things, unpause, continue, follow along all the way. Don't just sit and watch a video. You know, this is not Netflix, right? I do this, and you'll have a setup system that is properly set up once we completed all the setups and so forth. So I'll see you in the next video where we're going to tackle GitHub.